What's up, guys? My name is Mickey, and today I'm going to be talking about Fight Night 170 taking place in Brasilia in March 15th. We're talking about the main event here. I don't think we realize it, okay? Kevin Lee against Charles Oliveira. So straight off the bat, in my opinion, Kevin Lee is one of those fighters who tends to get in people's heads, okay? Like when I hear Kevin Lee and I see Kevin Lee, I think of past press conferences where he just got in the other person's head. And he's just very, very good at talking trash. He's a really witty dude. And at the same time, he's such an explosive fighter. Like he'll start off, he'll feel you out, talk a bit of, smack, and then he'll just explode at you and just boom, 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 and start unleashing. So I think that's something that characterizes Kevin Lee as an amazing fighter. His record is currently 18-5, 18 wins, 5 losses. But he's going against Charles Oliveira. And I think this dude is someone who's extremely underrated at the moment. Like, he's an extremely talented grappler. Most of his famous finishes have actually come from the ground game. If we think of a few, we have against Elkins, where Elkins picked him up, threw him on the ground, and as he fell, he got a guillotine that ended up turning into a triangle, right? And then he finished with an armbar and he terminated him. Another example was against Guida, okay? He got that right punch in his face. After that, got him in that guillotine and then lights out. And Guida's a big dude. So that goes to show that Oliveira, he's someone that if he gets you in that guillotine or in those locks, it's game over. So I think in this fight, I'm going to have to favor Oliveira also because they're fighting in Brasilia. Charles Oliveira is Brazilian, so he's got the home court advantage basically here. And also Kevin Lee seems like, to me, one of those fighters that he tends to get in his head a little bit. And he tends to panic, I think, under those situations. If Kevin Lee does not stick to the game plan, and he goes in because he tends to dive in like a bulldozer, that's Oliveira's game. Because Oliveira, we know how good he is at locking with the guillotine and with all these different arm bars and triangles and things. And so that is why Oliveira, in my opinion, will win this fight. And so this isn't to take away from the fact that Kevin Lee, I think, is a great fighter. He's got a phenomenal record. But I think if there's any time for Charles Oliveira to shine in the UFC division, this is his time. Because he's being paired, just the fact that he got paired with someone like Kevin Lee shows just how Charles Oliveira is beginning to step up. He's been here for a really, really long time here. And so I want him to do well. So for my fight pick for Fight Night 170 in Brasilia with the fighters Kevin Lee against Charles Oliveira, I'm going to have to go for Charles Oliveira here from some form of hold. He's just so versatile in that holding game. I think he's going to catch Kevin Lee off guard, put him in a hold, and then it's game over.